Hey there! So, you've got thoughts, stories, maybe even a hot take or two, and now you want to share them with the world. Well, Substack makes it way easier than it should be. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to set up your own newsletter, grow an audience, and maybe even make a little money while you're at it. No tech headaches, no fluff. Just you, your words, and a really slick platform. Let's get right into it. First of all, if you go to the website, that's substack.com, and you sign up to an account, the sign up process is pretty easy, straightforward, and simple. You'll be greeted with the dashboard right here. Here at the top, you have many tabs. You have the home tab where you have like your news feed, which it consists here in my case of some sample news feeds or posts from other users that Substack thinks I might be interested in their content, and it asks me if I want to subscribe to them. And here, as you can see, some suggestions for users and so on. And here you have my Substack, which is, of course, has a placeholder coming soon. I'll get through that in a minute. And some new like news and some posts. Here you have the following tab to see who is following you, the new bestsellers, and then culture, technology, business, geopolitics. So basically the categories that you may be interested in. And here you have the subscriptions tab or the subscription menu. And here are all the like users that you are subscribed to. Then you have your chat, which you can see here all the chats with the new users that or for your followers. Here you have the activity and then search. And here you can create content. We'll get through that later in the video. Now, this is like the home screen, the main home screen. Now, let me show you a different view, which is your main account view. So if I go ahead here at the top right and click on dashboard, you'll see here my main or my own dashboard. Here you have your home where you can view some steps or the steps needed to finish your account, as well as some statistics and a quick overview of your account. Like for example, number of subscribers. As of now, since this is a newly created account, I have only one subscriber, which is myself. Subscribers from app, 30-day view, 30-day open rate, and other like insights. And here are my posts. I have no posts yet. I haven't created any posts. Growing my audience and some resources I might be interested in. And here in the posts tab, I have my posts. I can create a new post from here. If it's a text post, a video post, I can post video or audio. I can post notes or a new chat thread. And here is a draft from a post that I started but never finished. So you can view your drafts right here. Or if you created a post and you want to schedule it for later, you can schedule it and view your scheduled posts right here. Now here I have my subscribers. I can view all the subscribers or the paid subscribers, which is a feature on Substack. You can set up like a private newsletter for subscribers who are willing to pay, which is a great way to make some extra money. Basically, you have like a subscription based newsletter. And you can see here the subscribers, all the subscribers, the growth and everything. And here's the only subscriber that I have, which is probably Substack themselves or someone from Substack. Okay, now here is the stats. You can view all your stats, network, audience, pledges, sharing, traffic, email, surveys, and everything. And you can view your podcasts. You can create podcasts on Substack. If I click here on create podcast, I can start here on John's Substack, on my Substack, continue or create a new section to add the podcast to. And here in the chat, I can create a new chat. I have recommendations as well as the settings for my account. All the settings for payment, website, welcome page, and everything. And I should note that you need to set up your payment through Stripe in order to receive payment for your paid newsletter or your private newsletter if you decide to have one. And you can view all your settings categories. Now let's go home here in the dashboard and let's create a new post. I'll show you how to create a new post. Go here to new post, or you can go to the posts tab and create a new post from here. It's the same option, or from here as well. So let's go ahead and click on new post, and let's create a new text post. And here you have your post page. You can edit your email header and footer if you want to. Here you can add the title. So let's say my first post, and the subtitle here, trying out this amazing platform called Substack. Okay, and here is myself. I can add other contributors to this post, and here I can start writing basically whatever I want. So here is the post itself. Of course, I can keep on writing forever. Okay, this is a simple post. Now here, as you can see, I have made a typo. So let's fix it. Here I can edit the style. So if I highlight the text in the post, I can edit the style. For example, if it's a heading, if it's a normal text, I have many styles of heading. I can make it bold, underlined. I can add a link to this text. So let's add a URL to Google, for example, google.com. Of course, you would want to link it to your own website or a page on your own website. Okay, link. You can add images, you can add audio, you can add video. I can also add buttons to the posts. For example, a button to subscribe, subscribe with caption, share post, leave a comment, send a message, get the app, and others. So let's add a subscribe button here. So saying subscribe now. If I click on the button, it'll get me to a page. This is, of course, the user's perspective to support my Substack. So they can subscribe yearly for $80 a year or $8 per month, or a founding subscription of $150 per year, or no pledge, and they can basically subscribe to my newsletter. Okay, let me go back here to the editing page, and let's go ahead and check the more. I can add a divider, a financial chart, footnote, latex code if I want to, or add a poll. Now, I think this is looking good as it is right now. I can click on preview to preview how it look like here on a mobile phone, on a user or a viewer's Substack, viewer's perspective. This is my post. Of course, I have the subscribe button right here. It shows here that they are subscribed. Now, if I click on the text, it'll guide me to google.com. Now, going back once again, I can see how it look like on a desktop version of Substack, and the email, if I want to send it as an email. Now, okay, I am done. And you can add media, as I told you, if you want to. Now, let's continue. And now here I can choose the audience and the social preview, the delivery, scheduling, if I want to schedule the post here or publish it or send it via email. And then I can send to everyone right now. Okay, it is publishing. And now my post is published, and it should be viewed into my posts right here. Now my post is live, which is my first post here. I can share the link for the post, and I can share it as an image. They give me even some images of the post that I can share as a post on Instagram or a story or on my Facebook, for example. And I can share a video if I want to. So, as you can see here, the post is added. Now, if I go here to the stats page, of course, nothing because I don't have any subscribers yet or any interactions on the post yet. However, the post is added. Now, going to the home, I can view here that the first post is created, which gets me a step closer to finish setting up my Substack account. Now, let's go back to my account here. Here I have the subscriptions. I have the home settings. Let's go to subscriptions. And here I can view all the subscriptions here. Listen, the paid subscriptions here, the saved subscriptions, or the subscriptions history. Now, I would advise you to go ahead and sign up to Substack. It is totally free and pretty easy to do as I showed you, and it'll definitely benefit you to get your words out to the world.